today's video, we will be talking about the benefits and challenges of the computer access to people with disabilities. So let's hear first from May Jimabel Velez.
Computers, websites, and software are always searching to improve their usability for the consumers. Accessibility by all users is always a very important issue, but take note that what may be useful or usable by some individual may not work for someone with a disability. Software can also be installed that visually alerts the user of sounds from the computer or web page for individuals with hearing impairment. Those with hearing impairment can benefit greatly through the usage of computers and the internet, since so much contact online is text-based. There are many adaptive keyboards and mouse devices for those with motor disabilities. There are also devices that allow a user to speak commands to the computer instead of having to use a standard keyboard and a mouse.
Currently, some internet technologies are a significant benefit to people with specific types of disabilities, whereas others offer potential opportunities to all persons with disabilities. Benefits of computer access can increase productivity, connects you to the internet, can store vast amounts of information, help you learn and keep you informed, keeps you connected, help sort, organize, and search through information, helps automate and monitor, save time, and keep you entertained.
For the broader populations of people with disabilities, the internet has a great deal of potential to create new means of communication and interaction through online communities devoted to particular types of disabilities. People who might never encounter someone with a similar disability in their physical environment can now interact directly with people with similar conditions worldwide. For people whose disabilities limit their ability to leave their homes, the internet has the potential to provide a far greater world of interaction. A person with a disability even has the option to choose to live their online lives as people without disabilities if they wish to.
Beyond the clear potential socialization and communication benefits, the internet offers an enormous array of new ways to pursue education and employment. For people who might find it very difficult or even impossible to travel to a building for work or school, the internet provides the ability to work or take classes from home. These potential benefits might be the greatest benefits in the long term for promoting social inclusion of persons with disabilities. Given the current levels of employment and education for persons with disabilities are catastrophically low as compared to the rest of the population.
Yes, you are right, guys. However, there are a lot of challenges too that a person with disability can't access to computers. Let's hear it from Jasmine.
Based on all these types of engagement to the technology, the lack of equal access to the internet will become an even more serious problem in the future, as more activities in the areas of education, communication, employment, and civic participation will move exclusively online. The equal access of internet for the people with disabilities will become multiplied and mushroom. As more functions are exclusively available online, individuals with disabilities will be placed in an untenable situation. Inaccessible to online education alone could seriously erode the ability of individuals with disabilities to have a place in the society. Yet, the virtual world is currently extending comprehensive physical exclusion of the past.
You are right, Ate Jess. The high levels of inaccessibility on the web and in the internet-enabled mobile technologies threaten to make people with disabilities into the second-class citizens of the information society. Unless the policy approach toward internet accessibility for people with disabilities is reconceptualized for the current social and technological realities. people with disabilities will face exclusion from every core element of society. Even if the clear guidance for creating accessible technologies already exists, designers and developers of web software and hardware technologies in industry, academia, and government often exploit holes in existing policy to ignore the needs of people with disabilities. As a result, most internet-related technologies are born inaccessible, cutting out some or all users with disabilities.
That's right, Major Mobile. People with disabilities use internet and other related technologies at levels well below for the rest of population. The main reason for this is neither lack of interest or education, but the internet is inherently unfriendly to many different kinds of disabilities. These barriers to access and usage vary by the type and extent of disabilities. Since the advent of the World Wide Web, study after study has been demonstrated the inaccessibility of websites and other elements of the internet.
Exactly. Now here are the challenging interfaces. People of differing abilities obviously face different challenges in accessing the internet. Persons with visual impairments can face challenges in the lack of compatibility of web content with screen readers, which are software applications that provide computer-synthesized speech output of what appears on the screen, as well as equivalent text provided in back-end code. Screen reader users typically have problems with designs, fail to put appropriate text tags on graphics, links, forms, or tables.
Yes, it was one of the reasons, Joanne, and also for persons with motor impairments such as limited or no use of fingers or hands, the barriers are created by cluttered layout, buttons and links that are too small, and other important considerations such as requiring the use of a pointing device that can render entire sites and functions unusable. Thus, for persons with hearing impairments, the lack of textual equivalence of audio content can cut off large portions of the content of a site, and interactive web chats and other conferencing features may be impossible.
You're absolutely right, Daisy. And people with speech and communication impairment can also be excluded from interactive web chats and other conferencing features. For persons with cognitive impairments such as autism, dementia, or traumatic brain injury, issues of design, layout, and navigability are the difference between being able to use a site and not being able to use it. And people with specific learning disabilities, depending on their nature, may face the same barriers as people with visual impairments or with cognitive impairments. Thus, for people with seizure disorders, the rates of flickering and flash can jeopardize their health.
Exactly, guys, but experiences with internet often vary by the types of disability. The same website may offer opportunities for one group and exclude another. Consider web-based distance education. A student who uses a wheelchair may find that being able to take courses online makes education much easier. But if the course website is not designed to be accessible for students with limited mobility in their hands, participation in the course may be limited or impossible.
Similarly, a web-enabled mobile devices with a touchscreen may seem like a miracle to the users with hearing impairment and a nightmare to the users with visual impairment if it is not designed to provide an alternative method of interaction. Therefore, the internet and other related technologies present a complex set of problems to persons with disabilities, both as a larger population and as separate populations according to the type of disability.
Yes, it was all true, guys. However, despite of all these barriers, the internet has been justifiably viewed as having an enormous potential in promoting inclusion for persons with disabilities. In 2000, people with disabilities who are able to use and access the internet will already reporting a notably larger benefits from the internet than was in the general population.
Despite the existence of assistive devices and accessibility guidelines, if a website is not designed in a manner that it is flexible enough to work with various assistive devices, there is nothing that the user can do that will lead to successful use of the site. It's not a matter of a user with a disability upgrading to a new version of software or purchasing a new hardware device. If a website isn't designed for accessibility, no action on the user side will make interaction successful.
Educational software where the computer provides multi-sensory experiences, interaction, positive reinforcement, individualized instruction, and repetition can be useful in skill building. People with disabilities have found the internet a real boost because it helps to make life easier by providing online access to services such as banking and even online shopping. And also, it gives them the ability to interact and connect with other people who are in the same situation as themselves.
And that's it for today's video. See you next time for the next informative videos. Bye!